They told me I couldn't walk my daughter to school. You won't believe what happened. My wife and I, we work different shifts. She's on the first shift, and I'm on the second. It's not the ideal arrangement, but we make it work. Because of our schedules, I usually end up dropping our 6-year-old daughter off at school about 3 times a week. She absolutely loves when I do it, but every single time, as soon as it's time for her to get out of the car, she gets this sad look on her face, like she's about to cry. She'd seen other parents walking their kids to school, and she always thought it looked so cool. So, I decided to park the car and walk her up to the school entrance. And she loved it. She was smiling and laughing, and didn't even look sad for a second. So, I made it a routine from then on. This went on for about 4 weeks. Then, earlier this afternoon, my wife got a phone call from the school, informing her that I was violating some school policy and was no longer allowed to walk our daughter to the front door. I'm not the type of guy to cause a scene, and most of the time, when things like this come up, I just let it go. But this one really bothered me. I wasn't hurting anyone. When we walked, we stayed out of the way of traffic and school buses. I couldn't think of a single, legitimate reason why this wasn't okay. I know I'm not an expert in school policies. So, I decided I'd drop my daughter off the next day, and then go inside and ask them in person. I found out they had sent a paper at the beginning of the year asking whether she was going to ride the bus or be picked up, what time school started, what time they are considered tardy, and what time school lets out. That's it. Their website didn't mention anything about walking your kid up to the building. I even checked the website for the whole school system for our county and I found nothing. I park in the car rider area, along the track field, not blocking anyone. I called them, and they said someone could discuss it with me after drop-off if I wanted. The next morning, I talked with my daughter about it, and explained that we probably won't be able to walk together to school anymore. She understood. We started brainstorming other ways to make our mornings more special. I had the meeting with the principal. We waited for all the other car riders and buses to leave, then parked in front of the school and went inside. The meeting was uneventful. The principal explained that there was no official policy as of right now, but last week, during pickup, a student took off running and almost got hit. So, they're planning on implementing a new policy because of it. It was cool while it lasted. I already leave her notes or funny drawings on her doodle pad for when she gets home. But the story doesn't end there. The next day, I got a call from an administrator at the school. And guess what? I can walk my kid to the door again. Apparently, they had some school council meeting, and a lot of people brought up points about how the policy didn't make sense. Also, it turned out that another parent who also works at the school had complained. The lady I talked to on the phone said she couldn't give me the details, but the complainer basically said they didn't like it and used the almost incident as an excuse. It's my wife's turn to take my daughter the next day, but I'm taking her the rest of the week and walking her up both days. It's not a big deal, but it feels nice to win one.